And we're live. Ladies and gentle freaks, fillers, fillettes, knife nuts, and jackwagons from all across the interwebs. Welcome back to Nomad EDC with my co-host Chris from Greatest Gear. And tonight we got a damn good show. Saddle up, hold on to your pocket clips, because tonight we got a guest who doesn't just carry knives, she brings the swag with them. You've seen her, you heard of her. She's one of the most recognizable personalities in the knife community. She's sharp and pointy. So whether you came for the steel, the stories, or just to see about another knife you're on your wish list, you're in the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, get down in the chat. Welcome, SWAGGS.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Ooh, I'm so flattered. You got a voice for radio, I tell you that.
Who's in the chat?
I try to present things and I pronounce about 75% of the words wrong on the first try. That's why I'm recording.
You know what's funny is whenever I do like an intro on my videos on my YouTube, I have to do like 15 takes before I get started. So I don't know how.
Mike's voice sounds like a combination of Fergie and Jesus. That's what we're doing.
That's a good one.
We got Marco in the house. Sorry, Jay. We got Billy McKay. What's up, dude?
What's up, Billy? I was just on the phone with you, dude.
He says he identifies as a fella.
I saw that.
Henry, what's up, man?
What's up, Henry? Skynet.
Oak Ridge Forge. Hello, my brother and sister. SWAGGS. Chris, Mike, J.
What's going on, Oak Ridge? Bob, what's going on, man?
Bob's Pocket Knives.
I love that. Y'all got all the people on already. Everybody's ready to watch this.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead, buddy.
So we got SWAGGS in the house. Everybody wants to know, because we ain't seen you for a while, what you been doing?
Hey, come here. It's not going to come here. Oh my God. Am I paused?
You're
okay.
good.
There you go. Okay, cool. Well, I have been working with my newest EDC. Her name is Briar. Oh no, is this going to be pausing the whole time? I am so sorry, y'all.
That's good.
Not a fan. Let me see if maybe if I take something off. I took 2 things off my Wi-Fi. That should help, hopefully. There we go.
Yeah.
And here comes my little EDC.
Your pocket dump?
This is what I have been doing all this time. She is a lot of more work than you would. What is in your mouth? This is just what we've been doing. We've been doing this. Whole lot of this. What about you guys?
That's it. Does she talk yet?
Yeah, she walks, she climbs, she does entirely more than she needs to.
Does she talk good? Does she say sentences yet?
No, she doesn't talk very much, this is going to be so aggravating. Oh my gosh, I really hope this is not paused the entire time. No, she does not talk as well as you would think for her age, but she's only 1.5 years old. I was just hoping she'd be talking more. But she runs, jumps, climbs, everything. She's been in gymnastics since she was 6 months old. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been fun and also backfired. I did not think that she could climb like my bed and my dresser and any possible thing you find. So that was fun. Oh my goodness. I don't know what is happening. I am so sorry.
Mike, I'm gonna grab my things, bro. I can't read her lips. It keeps stopping.
I'm so sorry.
I'm good.
I am so sorry. Hopefully I can maybe get my other computer going, and hopefully that would fix it.
Yeah, we'll see if that works. My Wi-Fi does that every now and again. It hasn't happened for a while though. Jody Darden, what's up?
Stop.
Conji Blades. Billy McKay said she's a cute EDC.
She sure is. And she's a lot heavier than you think. I'll tell you, she's a
You good?
Anywho, I can still hear y'all. I'm gonna try and get this other one going so I can zoom in from there. But as many times as it does pause, I can still hear you the whole time. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, the audio's fine. It just pauses every now and again.
Cool.
JC mounting a jar in the house. He said, "I'm here, driving and listening." Be careful, JC.
That does make it difficult, don't it?
Pocket Dump Diary. What's going on, man?
What's up, dude? All right, cool. Boomer's in the house. What's up, Boomer? He said, "What's up, fellas, and hello, Swags. I just picked up the new RC." Look at Boomer.
I love that. Man, I gotta tell you, I am so thankful for how well that Rosecraft Blades has been perceived, because we were just a brand spanking new knife company, 3-4 years ago, and just popped out on the scene. And so many people like in the knife industry were so just loyal to me, to Andy, and just like came over. And it was, I don't know, I just could not imagine that the company blew up the way that it did. That was such a humbling experience, you know?
It really has. It really has blown up. So let me ask you a question, because somebody actually said in here, who is she? So the folks that don't know you, kind of tell us what you do with Rosecraft, if you don't mind.
Okay, so just with Rosecraft, or do you want the whole backstory real quick?
Wait, this is a good idea. Yeah, let's start from the beginning. So
Okay.
How did you get into knives in the first place? And just kind of bring it home.
So it's actually the most ridiculous thing, and I still can't believe it's happened. I used to do modeling on a low scale in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I worked with a photographer named Andy Armstrong. And actually, one of the reasons I worked with him was because he had the same last name as my mother. And as y'all heard a little bit prior, my mom wasn't really in my life. And so it was funny is that I had done modeling, hadn't even known that he was a photographer. And I remember I messaged him. I was like, hey, are you possibly related to this person? And I think it was like 6 months later, he was like, hey, I'm a photographer. Would you like to work together? And then we went on to create some of the best pictures I've ever made. Good Lord, Andy's going to watch this and it's all going to go to his head, because it was Andy. Andy was my photographer. And then one day he was like, hey, I actually work for Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And I was like, okay, cool. What does that have to do with me? And he was like, well, I like your little sassy personality. You want to come on my show? And I was like, I guess. And I can't, you know. I'm kidding. It really wasn't like that. I was like, really? Oh, that's awesome. And I came on and he just showed me a knife, and it literally was supposed to just be like, I come, I try a knife, I come back, say what I think. And like, that was it. Right. But it worked out to where people liked me, and he was like, hey, people want you to come back on. I was like, okay. And so instead of going, no, ma'am, mama, no, ma'am. It's angry. But it went from like just trying out the knife to, God, it blossomed so fast. He was like, hey, do you think you could figure out how to do commercials for knives? Like, can you talk about specs? And I was like, yeah, no, I totally got this, because I'd actually been part of a modeling and honey, gather yourself, baby. That's enough. But it went from that, like I have been with a modeling and acting agency at one point. And so learning like quote unquote, a script should be easy. But when you're learning a script to something that you don't understand, I mean, I might as well have been learning about Spanish, trying to figure out what knives meant. You know, I remember specifically it was like the ZT0602 or something like that. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And he was like, well, that's the name of the knife. I was like, the numbers? He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. And so, you know, that's where it started, and having to learn this stuff. And I was like, man, just trying to memorize lines is not going to work for me. I have to learn, right? Like I have to learn what a drop point is, what a the dad has come in to get the bra bra. Hi. Hold on, let me move it a little bit.
Yeah, bra bra. Yeah.
Okay. That was the Hawkins. Come on. I love you. But yeah, it went from like trying to learn knives like as lines, like a script, to going that this is too complicated. I can't just memorize this. I need to learn what this is. And that's actually where the love for knives came from, because I had to learn about it, right?
So how did you? I hate to interrupt you, but how did you?
Okay, so I watched a lot of YouTube channels, and I don't think I was understanding quite the way that y'all do. Like when y'all look at a knife, you're like, oh, this, and this. And as a a knife lover now, I can go, that's a pivot, that's a that's a drop point, that's a clip point, that's a tanto. Like I can look at that and understand what that means. But when I was watching YouTube channels, like trying to figure it out, it was not working for me. So I went to Google and I Googled the most basic version of knives possible. Okay. And so I learned the different shapes of a blade. I learned the different opening mechanisms. I learned what, the difference in cage ceramic bearings versus just ceramic ball bearings, right? Like I had to learn the very nitty gritty of it, because my brain does not work by just memorizing stuff, which is ridiculous. My dad has a photographic memory. He has that athleticism and like just completely intelligent, and he handed that to my brother. You know what he gave me? Arthritis and a bad attitude sometimes. One thing about my dad that he passed down to me is if I think something's stupid, it like plasters across my forehead before I can stop it. But yeah, I had to learn it. And, I meet people who make knives, and I completely came about it backwards, right? Like I came in with a big platform and no idea what I was doing, which,
That's crazy. So you weren't into knives at all in the beginning.
No. I mean,
you kind of got thrown into it. Yeah.
And then I'm still here. I can't believe I'm still here. I can't believe people like me. I mean, that's the craziest thing. I don't even think most of my high school liked me. It's a massive blessing. I can tell you that. I can tell you Andy probably made most of my career by believing in me as much as he did. And like when Leah died and I left Smoky Mountain Knife Works, because that was just a lot going on in my life. That was the 15th person that had died in less than 5 years, beginning with my mom. So when she passed away, I went off the rails. And Andy, like, dude, I don't know why he believed in me as much as he did, but he did. And he like put so much work in to keep me part of this and keep me part of everything that, I mean, I'll just never not be thankful for Andy. Speaking of, it's funny, he says that he's our team lead for Rosecraft, but Andy might actually be one of the most intelligent jackasses I've ever met in my life. I mean, he has a stats on back for absolutely everything. He is so smart. He literally made our website like from scratch. Like he made the website, he makes like the drawings. He has so much information in his brain. It's like, do y'all remember Bruce Almighty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember whenever the filing cabinet came out, like 7 Miles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is his brain. If we're being
Wow.
I mean, the man, he comes up with stuff like it's nothing. If you ask him a question, he has 17 answers. It's the most astounding thing. And he's confident in all of them. And what's worse is he's right.
So I got a question.
Yes.
You being into you're into knives now, and I would assume that you have quite a bit of a collection now over the years. I want to know what that collection looks like, and what are some of your favorites?
Actually, I don't have a collection. So the reason
really?
is because oh God, I hate this about myself. I don't, and I do. When I find things that I love to give things to people to enjoy too.
I like
When I get like a really cool knife, like I remember when I used to work as a waitress, I had, good Lord, I had like 300 knives. Okay. Like, and I carried them to work because who am I if I don't carry a knife? And a lot of times when I left work, I didn't have a knife because I gave it away.
How does that conversation start?
It's a thing.
Like,
It's a
hey,
thing.
you want a
I
knife?
give knives away. I give them away, but I tell you, I love giving them away to people who also had never had a knife.
Me too. I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You give someone a knife, especially when it was a front flipper, because women always think that they don't know how to use a knife and they don't need a knife, blah, 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 blah. Me too, girl. But guess
Dude,
what?
I'm a knife guy. I suck at front flippers. That's my hands are stupid. They don't work. Like I
Because you got
can't.
big old hands, and most of the knives that you have, you don't need a front flipper for. When I have smaller hands, it's less pushback. There's less like movement here, right? Because I have a smaller hand. So because of that, I feel like I can do front flippers and I can do like thumb studs like better than like most people who have bigger hands.
Yeah, see, I like fullers and I like thumb studs because I middle finger flick all the time, and I can do that. So like a freaking front flipper, I try to do the thing with my finger, and that's my I try, and it'll go across the freaking room whenever I'm doing it. I mean, I'm trying to. I can whip it with this one, but
Jody
it
said
depends on
his
the front
hand-
flipper.
Jody said his hand won't reverse flip.
Yeah, my hand, dude. I'm like trying to get my hands to work, and I'm like, move, stupid, you can do this. And
No,
it's just not
listen.
working.
It really is up to the knife and up to your hand, because I actually had a knife that we were going to put out with Rosecraft, and I designed it. I was so confident in this knife. Okay. I was so excited for it. I got the prototype back. And when I tell you that was a giant piece of crap, it was terrible. I couldn't use a thumb stud. I couldn't use a front flipper. I just designed it like crap. I was like, really? And maybe I was like, was I just lucky on my first knife or two? You know, because I was like, this is bad. Actually, like 2 of them that came back. I was supposed to have 2 more knives that were in the lineup with the walleye. And when I got those prototypes back, dude, I hated them. I hated them so much. The other one had like 7 hot spots in one hand. I was like, I ain't putting that out with my name on it.
Right.
So it really does come out to like, where is like the thumb stud placement? How big is that front flipper and things like that? Because it really does make a difference, even for my smaller hands. And, you know, I like to do with stuff, you know?
Right, same. That's why I love the Mojave. The Mojave is like fidget king for me. Carry this thing all the time. Love this knife.
I love that. I love how everyone always finds a knife they love, and they have. It's just interesting that knives can actually carry stories, right?
It is,
Like you
ain't
can pull a knife out of your pocket and go, this one time back in 1987, I went to a playground. You know, like I think it's fun how knives carry stories. Because I wasn't in the knife industry and I always liked art and I liked, you know, different stuff like that. My love for knives came more into the artistry of it. The artistry of it, and not just like the mechanisms, right?
So
like,
you like it for like functional art?
I like it for the fact that you have so many different like variants of how the knives can be. You have different variants of like the handles, which
Gotcha.
I am a sucker for, like the belly of the handle. But the way things look, the idea that it needs to balance for some things versus others, like just, you know, where you place the thumb stud versus where you place like the pivot, the way that you're making it, that kind of back end of it, where how people design it, like I think that is so freaking interesting, because so much more goes into that than what you would think. Like I was wrong on a lot of it.
Well, it's not like you can just draw it out on a piece of paper and it all comes together. And
Actually, I am a pen and paper person.
Are you?
So I do not use CAD. I wish I could. I am not a tech savvy person. I actually am still trying to figure out my phone half the time. I'm just not tech savvy. I design all of my knives on pencil and paper. And then I cut it out and I put a little pin through it so I can check and see if the ceramic, or if I, check and see where the pivot is, to make sure that it's folding right and that it can actually fit into the handle of what I choose. Like I cut it all out and
That is a very different way to do it. I have never heard of that. That's pretty cool.
I am the most 4-year-old way of doing it. Think of like when you put your kid in class and you're teaching them about how things close or like about how to color in the lines and stuff like that. Like I'm really that basic with it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Though. That's awesome though. When you said you put the pencil through the paper, I was like, is she going with the pivot? And
yeah,
I was
literally.
like, okay.
So, like if this is the 2 pieces of paper I have, I'm gonna put it. Oh, I dropped it. Hold on. Let's see if it comes back on. So I'm gonna put the pencil right through here to make sure that it closes correct, and see how like it may not. Come on, don't work with me here. If it doesn't line up, well, then I know I either have to shorten the blade or lengthen the handle.
Right.
You know. So I mean, I start with a box and I work from there.
That's a good question right there. Oak Ridge Forge says, "How many designs do you have now to date?"
I have the Mylea and the more Mylea with CJRB. I have the chili pepper and the swayback with Kaiser, and then I have the Pocket Monster and the Bara, which we've discontinued because I'm going to rework that. I don't love that knife. And the Walleye. So 7, yeah.
Okay.
I have a lot more in the chamber, but some of them have sucked, and I'm not just putting out crap. I'm sorry. I'll just go into retirement before I put out something that is garbage.
How do you come up with that? Are you like literally sitting down? You're like, I need to make a knife. This is what I'm going to do. Or is it just you're shopping, you're getting sour cream and tortillas. All of a sudden, you're like, voila. You know, you get this big epiphany and you're like, this will be cool. How does that work?
So do either one of y'all have ADHD?
I got ADD.
Okay, so you kind of get it. I am like a squirrel, okay? So whatever I thought about right then, that's kind of how I went with it. I don't think a single knife has the same backstory as the other. So the Mylea, that is literally designed, named, made around Leah. Leah was my best friend who passed away in 2019. She was my modeling partner. She was one of the coolest people I ever met. She was published over 200 international times as a bikini model, and she also was an industrial electrician. So very well-rounded woman, and she was really cool. She was really awesome. One of my favorite people in the world, obviously, written on my hand. I designed and named that knife around her. So like it being short but like stout, it being small but usable, you know, it being versatile. That's how I made that knife. The swayback was actually a combination of, I really like traditional knives, but the Warncliffe is actually, you know, modified, obviously, was the style of the Leek, the Kershaw Leek, which was my first knife, you know, designed by Ken Onion. So I tried to do like a little kind of love to that of like my first knife versus like traditional knives. I tried to kind of combine the two and make it more modern. Let me think. The chili pepper was because Kaiser asked me to design something cute, and I said, ooh, I can do that. And I think I was making chili that day or something. And I was like, you know, I kind of like the idea of that size. The more Mylea was just a larger version of the Mylea, so people with larger hands could enjoy it. And the walleye is because I like to go fishing with my dad, and a walleye
I like the thought put behind that. That's pretty neat. It wasn't just like a blade and a handle.
No. So like, let me tell you something. Hold on. I had to go get some more knives because I'm the worst and I had to lose darn near everything. But like, do you see how this knife is shaped?
Yep.
You see how this is kind of like an eye and it has layered G10? This is supposed to be a little fish in the water.
Okay,
like the fish I used to catch with my dad when I was a kid. So that's literally what this is. It's a fish. And also, it's a little bit beefier of a knife than I've made before. And I thought it looked kind of badass, to be honest. And funny enough, it actually started out because, so the Pocket Monster, which I have that one right here too. This knife is made because I'm a child and I love Monsters, Inc. And if you look at it like this, that is Mike Wazowski.
That's Mike
Wazowski.
That is cool, yeah.
Right? And it's really just like a mutant version of the Mylea. Do you see that?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've
that's
seen
why
that
I'm
knife and never even thought of it.
So the first version that came out, there's a version called the Sully because I could not get this monster green color. And I was like, well, if I can't do Mike Wazowski, we got to do his brother, And so I did the Sully version. And then finally we got this one. And I was so excited that it worked out. But yeah, we have Mike and Sully, which is just the Monsters Inc. version of a knife,
Cool, man.
which made it a lot of fun. But yeah, it started with that. And because I had this, I think I was thinking of doing something like Rex from Toy Story. And I started.
No, the alien from Toy Story is what you need to do. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, but they match this too well. But yeah, that's kind of how I started this one. And then the more I was messing with it, I was like, this reminds me of fishing with my dad. And I didn't want to call a knife Jeff. So walleye it was. Or Mr. Swaggerty.
So all those knives that you designed, how often do you carry those?
I always have a knife around me if it's not on me because I got chubby, so I started wearing spandex.
I was going to ask about that because most women they're not all wearing jeans. It's like spandex or shorts.
No, but you always have something
pockets
in
or
your
small
purse,
pockets.
in your car, in your bra, or like in the kitchen. Like, funny enough, before I got some good kitchen knives, I actually was just using my knives to like cook because
My wife does that.
well, some knives don't sharpen for nothing. For nothing. They sure don't sharpen for nothing, do they? And so I was using some of our knives, especially like our fixed blades, like this one, let me tell you, does the thing. And so I was using stuff for like cooking for a while, and I know people say don't do it. They say, hey, don't cut boxes or tape with your knives. That's what I'm doing. That's what I got to use it for.
That's literally what I do with all of my knives. It's got boxes and tape. And
boxes.
I'm using a knife to open up another knife I bought.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Crazy to even think that we're not doing that. I don't know. Some people, and I love those people too, is that they're a little bit picky with how you should use your knife. And I think as long as it's not necessarily illegal, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Right? Unless it's like, pedophiles, by all means, go get them.
Dude, I just noticed something.
Who said that?
Mike, did you get a new chair?
No, it's my wife's chair. She's letting me borrow it.
Oh.
She just got it off the jungle.
You're over here like rolling around, and I'm like, and it kept like catching my eye as you're like going around, and I'm like, did you get a new chair? Cause
it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've been
I love your curio cabinet.
I've been sitting in this dumb chair for how long, Chris?
Yeah, for like 5-6 months.
We done 6-hour lives, and I was sitting in that stupid chair.
Absolutely not. My back would be on fire. But I love your corner curio cabinet.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, actually, I have one at my dad's house. My granddaddy got my grandmother one, and it's actually still at that house. Oh my God, that is so funny. How freaking cool. I actually have some, they're from, I think it was like early 2000s, late 90s. I have these beers from the World's Fair Park that my granddaddy collected when I was like 4. And it's in that very curio cabinet in my dad's living room. That's so cool. That is so cool you have one of those. I don't know anybody else that has one. You have that dark wood on it too. Ours was more of like the lighter, I think, walnut.
Yeah, my wife. What is it?
Do the lights in the top still work on it?
It does, but it's not LED and you can barely see it.
It don't matter. That's still cool as hell, dude.
But my wife got this from her aunt when she passed away. She inherited it, and they had like an Indian about that tall in it, and another one on the bottom. And this freaking Indian kept on staring at me. No matter where I was in the room, if you looked at it, it looked like it was tipping me up. And finally, I was like, "Babe, can I get rid of that Indian out of there?" And she's like, no, that was my aunt's. So I didn't ask no more. And I was like, then finally one day I'm like, I need somewhere to put all these tubes and all that stuff.
And such.
So finally, she gave in. She's like, yeah, go ahead and take it. So I did. And I think it's pretty neat. Something to look at anyway.
That is so
Yeah,
fun.
you got a way better setup than I do, man. All my stuff's laid around everywhere, dude. In the closet, in my bedroom, everywhere, dude. In the nightstand. I got boxes, knives, everywhere.
Swags, where do you keep all your knives at?
Everywhere.
Everywhere? Just
Everywhere.
laying around?
Literally everywhere. Yeah, actually, that's why my daughter doesn't roam my house because I don't know where they're all at. Yeah. So, I have like a decent sized house and like I have a sunroom and I turned that entire sunroom into her playroom. And then she's got her bedroom, which I'm in now. And then like she can play in those, dude. She don't need in my bedroom or my upstairs or my dang bathroom. All she wants to do in my bathroom is touch the toilet. Why? Why do they do that? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I had to go get my cat last night from drinking out of the toilet. Like, I don't.
Dude,
I don't
my
know.
cat used to do that. Her name was Charlotte, and she'd go and like dunk her head under like the dripping faucet somewhere in my house. For the longest, couldn't figure out where it was. And she'd come to me and she'd be like, "Oh, hello, just my fat ass appearing." And I was like, "Oh, hi. Why are you wet? Why are you wet?" Yeah, it was always like the top of her head or like her back or something. And it took me so long to figure that out. Why do cats, like y'all are supposed to hate water. Why do you keep doing that?
That is weird.
I kick him like 3 times in the morning because he's like at my feet when I'm trying to get ready for work. Like, dude, it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm about to punt you.
Is he an orange cat?
No, he's a black cat.
Ooh. Well, that's orange cat behavior, but I like it.
Yeah. His name's Bart. Bart Simpson.
I love that. I am so extra with my cat's names. So I had Charlotte Bell and I had Prosecco Grace. And they were both gigantic brats, if you could believe that.
So you named a bunch of stuff after movies and stuff like that. Are you like a movie freak?
No.
No?
The movies I like, I'm going to be honest. So if I like something, I'm going to watch it 100 times before I watch something new. My therapist says it has something to do with my anxiety. I don't know. But
Because it's comfort.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's because it's comfort.
Exactly. So like Secondhand Lion, I've watched that movie probably 1,000,000 times, and I'll watch it 1,000,000 more times before I watch a brand new movie. Poor Hawkins, he hates this about me, but before we watch a movie, I will watch it in 11 minutes on YouTube, and then decide if we should watch it. Yep. I don't care about spoilers.
Don't run it for you?
Don't tell me. I ruined
Don't run it.
it for him. I just ruined it for me. And I just let him know if we should check it out.
I think that's how me and Mike became really good friends, is because we could both quote Step Brothers from start to finish.
Oh my God, that's what I was watching when I went and got this tattoo done.
Really? You didn't get a Step Brothers tattoo, did you?
I didn't get a Step Brothers tattoo. I was watching that while I was getting my tattoo. And actually, it wasn't this one. It was the one on my hip. And it was because I went and got a tattoo on the back of my neck one time. And I got a lot of false confidence that tattoos didn't hurt. So I went and got one done on my hip. That effing sucked.
You learned.
That was hell. That took 6.5 hours of hell.
Oh
and
my
at one
God.
point, I'm sitting there like this, and my tattoo artist, he looked up, he goes, "Are you about to punch me?" I said, "You, me, one of us is about to get fucked up." And so, yeah, we were watching Step Brothers because that made me feel better.
It's freaking hilarious.
Dude, don't get them on your toes. That hurts.
I actually think I'm good for like a hot minute.
Don't get them on your toes.
What do you have on your toes?
I'm not saying.
No, I think you should say it. I think we should discuss it. Actually, maybe it's something we should have to talk about.
Flip the camera now. flip the camera around.
I'm not doing that, bro. Mike knows what it is. That's why. I got a rooster on my toe.
Why?
I worked at a tattoo shop, and it was a dare.
Okay.
And we were talking about where tattoos hurt the most. And he was like, toes are by far the worst. There's no meat there. There's no cushion. And it's nothing but cuticle and freaking skin. And I was like, I don't think it's going to be that bad, bro. And he was like, sit in a chair. I said, okay. Well, then he pulls out the sketch and he goes, well, I get to pick what it is. And I was like, whatever, that's fine. And, because I have incredible impulsive behavior and don't really think things through.
That's incredible. Just whatever you want to do to my toe. Whatever.
Yeah, dude. Like, I didn't even think about it in the sense of, I live in Florida. I wear flip-flops a lot. People are going to see my feet, but whatever. Anyways, so he starts drawing this rooster. And I'm like, okay, it's a chicken, whatever.
It's a chicken.
And then I was like, okay. And then he puts a noose around the chicken's head like this, and the chicken's like cockeyed sideways with the rope around his neck.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it's supposed to mean something funny. And then it got me kicked out of Golden Corral that night whenever I kept trying to ask the waiter if you wanted to see my... And when I went to go and tie my shoe, he looked at me funny, and I was like, oh, shit. All right, I'm about to get kicked out of here.
Oh, my God.
But I am stupid, and I'll get another one on my other toe, because right now I feel like I'm going to walk around in circles.
Oh, word, yeah. Well, it'd be like
that. Well, most of us at the shop, most of us are already covered and stuff like that. So you start running out of space, and you're trying to figure out, okay, well, where do I put this? All right, let's go on the toes. Yeah, no, that was the worst pain I ever went through. I almost jumped out of the chair, and then he was like, "No, now you gotta sit. Now you gotta sit there."
So, I had a friend who lost a bet and let
That's not good.
a girl tattoo his butt cheek with a.
I got a couple friends.
Yeah, and he was like, do you think that was a bad idea? Do you think it's infected? I was like, did you do it at your house? Yeah, I definitely think it's infected. Actually, it was a terrible idea, but I'm glad you did it.
I've got a lot of tattoos. Look, I got a tattoo once at a place called Happy Homes Trailer Park. Newsflash, it wasn't that happy in there.
Word. I dig it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah. That's the place where you had to lock your truck because afraid of meth head's going to get in there.
You know who Mike Imler is?
Yes.
He is over at Crazy Sharp.
Yeah.
And he taught me a game while we were out in California, and it's called TikTok or Drugs. Yeah. And whenever you see someone doing some wild shit, you go, is that TikTok or is it drugs? It was like a 50-50 rating, to be honest. Sometimes they had a camera and sometimes they walked off into a trash can, like it happens.
Hey, I've gotten plenty of tattoos when I was on drugs. Thank God I'm 12 years sober, but when I got on them, I was getting tattoos left and right, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks cool, put it on me. And then now I'm like, why did I do that?
Hey, that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't got a tattoo of somebody's name Shorty on you.
Do you?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. That's funny, dude.
Well, it'd be like that sometimes,
Hey, she was real sweet, all right? Leave me alone.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Oh, I love the confidence. That's how we really do it, huh?
So
I am still trying to get onto this other computer because the entire time that we are talking, as long as I am moving the mouse around, it stays going. But when it
Please do that because these just died.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I get this going. It keeps pausing. It pauses anytime I'm not moving the mouse around. No, I don't know, baby, but it's okay. Thank you. Sorry.
So I got a question. You're into knives. What about him?
Hawkins?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, his name is Hawkins Rose, and he designed this knife.
I'll be dadgum.
Oh,
Yeah!
nice.
He's
Okay.
not even just a knife designer. He's actually also. Hey, baby.
Yep.
Come pick it up. Oh, you want some of the Easton?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should.
This is also mother heifer. Hold on. Let me move this. Okay. So this is the Easton with the rose crop blades. This is actually his design. It's a little dirty because you're dirty. But this one is the one that is a two-tone blade, and it has I do believe it's just G10 handles. They're contoured instead of flat scales. And then this one, yeah, I really wish I had the computer working, but if you can see that, it's a marble carbon fiber.
Yep.
And it has the copper on it as well.
I like
And
the
this one, he also designed the little chonk and the mohawk. So he is an act designer as well. He's also a horse trainer and really cool.
horse trainer, you said? A horse trainer?
Yeah, dude. It's
That's cool.
crazy. I'm telling you, when I tell you that I suddenly got into knives and my life got 1,000 times cooler. Yeah.
How did you meet him? How did y'all meet?
Well, I came to work for his company, and I didn't know it was his company, and I thought he was really cute, and he wanted to be professional, and I said no.
You said no.
It all went downhill from there. She was like, no.
Once I decided that was it. A little later, I found out he was 4 years younger than me, and I was like, well, thank God I am 25. So I'm a cradle robber, but it just be like that sometimes. His beard, it really confused me. I thought he was older. Hey, cool. Heck yeah, Jody. This is my favorite design of his, even though this one, I love the components on it. I love the marble carbon fiber because I just think it's so pretty. But the Easton I love the two-tone blade to it. I love that. I also love that it's a button lock and how he did this front flipper. Hold on. I love how he did this front flipper. I think the way he did the placement, and also if you look closely, you can see the jimping all the way around that.
Yep.
Whenever you place jimping on it, whether it be big or small, it really does make a difference in the opening. So if you have really big jimping on something that doesn't open very well, your thumb or finger will slide versus ripping on and pulling it. And he did such a good job with that one. I mean, I really do love that knife. The Mohawk is fabulous because it's a very simple knife. It's D2. It's only $30 on our website if we have any left. But it was a fabulous knife that was very budget friendly, which is kind of a big deal to me because
Jay, can you pull up their website?
The website, yes.
No, what's the website called?
Oh, it's called Rosecraft Blades. Oh, there you go.
There it is. He's got it.
Heck yeah. Oh, by the way, since I'm going to say this, I will say that not we, but Rosecraft is, hold on, let me get me going again. Rosecraft is at Blade Show, Texas. They are both the booth 306, and I'm not there, obviously. I'm here with you guys. But they do have Sydney Templeton there. Dude, this girl is so cute, but she is a freaking badass. She is she's smaller than me, but dude, she is she's a barrel racer.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Racer. She, commands those horses. She does her thing. It is incredible what she does. I saw a video and I was like, I am not that cool. Please come work with us. She is super sweet. And I'll tell you that she has just absorbed information about our knives. It's so cool. I love seeing it. And I love that she's part of our team too, especially whenever we go out to Blade, Texas. I wish she could come to more of the Blade shows. I wish she could be more involved, but being just such a cool barrel racer. I guess she doesn't have time. But
That's
if
awesome.
anybody's out in Texas, go to Play Show Texas and talk to them over at 306 and tell them hello.
You just sounded like Sandy Cheeks when you said Texas.
Yeah, okay. So fun fact, I make a lot of voices. I actually spend most of my time narrating my animals and my daughter.
Oh yeah.
It might be weird. It could be. My dog sounds like Forrest Gump. He's like, Dad, could you please take me out? And, and my cat, Charlotte, every time she would come to me, it'd be like, oh, finally you are here, darling. I've had such a horrible day. Please pet me. That was her. And
So you're narrating them.
That's hilarious.
I just narrate them all day long. It was fun. She's like, oh, you are such a good human, and I am such a good cat. Please pet me.
Have you thought about designing a slip joint?
I have thought about it a million times. Slip joints, to me, are 1,000 times harder to design than a modern. You really have to make sure, because it's not just you don't just have something that's just opening like a pivot, right? Like you have to make sure everything is fitting. If you're going to do a one-sided, why do I keep pausing like that? That's so not cool. But wherever you're going to make your knives, you got to make sure that you have enough room here in the back because it's going to open. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but
yep.
Ooh, I'm about to hurt myself. Please stop doing that. Oh, it's driving me nuts. But it does make a little bit movement back here. And so if you want something that is, I don't know, Andy makes it look so easy. Like Andy is one of the most incredible people I've ever met. He has so many designs in his head that he is holding back. He probably has enough designs for the next 30 freaking years. Like, dude's gonna one day croak and he's gonna be like, oh, it's cool. I got 80 more designs. It's fine. It's insanity what that man can do. You can be like, oh, I was thinking of a drop point with a pinch grip and I want it on this, I want it with that. And he's like, okay, cool, here it is. 30 seconds later. It's the craziest thing. He makes designing slip joints look like it's so easy. And I tried. There's so many inner mechanisms in there that if I tried to design one, it would be insulting to people who have already done so. There's way more stuff to it and I don't want to do it wrong. And I also don't want to sit here and piggyback off of something either. If I ever design a slip joint, know this, I worked my booty off for that thing. Okay. But eventually I would love to design one, but they are, I think, the hardest knife to design correctly without having someone tweak it for you,
Right on.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What are y'all's favorite knives? Are you more fixed blades? Are you more moderns? Are you slip joints? What are y'all's favorites?
Go ahead, Mike. I'll let you go first.
Slip joints. I'm a slip joint guy. I mean, I like all knives. But my very first knife when I was 5 years old was just an old timer slip joint, and I've carried one since day one. Even if I carry a modern knife, I'll carry a slip joint too. So I'm a slip joint guy. But I've got all kind of knives, and I like all kind of knives. But slip joints,
it's the OG.
It's my jam.
Yeah. Heck yeah. What about you?
I'm a pretty good mixture of both. I'm huge into slip joints, like this GDC Johnny on the Spot is probably my favorite.
Ooh,
I think it just matches my personality.
I love the shield on that. I love the way that looks. That looks so good. Is that one blade or two blades?
No, it's actually three.
Ooh.
It actually has the little multi-tool right here with the bottle opener, the wrench, and the flathead. And then on the other side, it's got the this crazy looking can opener. And then it's also got the main blade, which I love a spear point. on there. I just think it looks sick. But
You
I'm
know-
also a huge modern guy. Like, not. I also carry, the freaking $900 freaking Mojave and stuff like that, because I'm stupid and, irresponsible. But
And
I
you're
don't
responsible.
know, man. I feel like it's not irresponsible. Sometimes, if you like something and you're going to keep it and take care of it, I don't think it's irresponsible. I think it's wonderful. Why is my. Give me just a second. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but it's
But I also go down the rabbit hole though when I get into stuff, dude. Like I got like into custom flashlights and I just dropped $400 on I can't believe I just dropped $400 on a custom flashlight because I'm freaking I get into something and I get into something, you know what I mean? Like
Hey, I get
now
it. I get it.
I start going down the rabbit hole and I'm like, I kind of want to get into custom flashlights. So let me look. And I start geeking out on UI and drivers and engines and stuff for them and stuff like that. But then I got multiple hobbies. So like I like RC cars and I like collectibles. I like all kinds of different
What
stuff.
kind of collectibles do you like?
I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I'm also a comic book. I know people can't tell when they look at me. They don't think nerd when they see me, but I'm the biggest.
I do.
Like at my desk, like I got a custom built R2D2 that I built.
Oh my
All
god,
blacked
I
out.
love that.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
yeah. And then I got lightsabers that all fill up my desk and stuff because I'm a big nerd.
Oh my god, that is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. And then
Hobbies are
this hobby that I share with my son, I'm into custom RC cars. So I drive, all the RC cars and stuff. I like anything that goes fast. So I'll do that. And I have no money. So,
Well, that's sometimes just how it goes. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
once you have kids, that actually means you're broke permanently. I think that's a law.
no, it means that I spend money on toys, but
Oh
I
my
save
God.
it for the
Am I
kids.
the only one who doesn't have a freaking lightsaber? What is going on here?
Mike, I know that's your wife's.
I know.
I know because she was wanting to see my mini lightsaber collection I had on my desk because she's a Star Wars nerd too.
Yeah.
I love that. That is so
Yeah. Yeah.
I got all my wife's stuff. I got her chair. I got her lightsaber.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm into all that kind of stuff.
I love that. So
Yep.
I am more of an arts and crafts kind of gal. Hey babe, can you bring me the thing that I made for Bra's room out of the box in there? So I made this thing and it won't make sense, but I plan to like put a curtain on it so it looks like a.
It's still by the dryer, right?
No, honey, it's in the.
Dryer room, right?
No, it's in the the dining room in that box. You know, that's part of being the woman of the house, knowing where everything is.
I don't know where shit is in my house.
Yeah, and I think that's part of being the man of the house. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. It's part of being a man.
I put my stuff in the same spot every day. If it gets moved, I don't know where it's at.
Yep.
I made this out of pipe cleaners, and I bent it, twisted it. There's about 25 pipe cleaners in this, and then I dipped it into borax, and that's why there's crystals on it now.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, and then when I put curtains on it, it's gonna make my baby's bed look obnoxiously fancy, like she's a.
Is that like a big tiara?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yeah,
I
and
like it.
she's probably gonna rip it down and tear it up within like 5 minutes once I put
Yep.
it up. But you know,
It's
or
probably-
I'll break it. One.
Has she found shows that she's into yet? Like Bluey or Coco Melon or
I don't do Bluey. I also don't do Peppa Pig. She's not big enough to watch it from beginning to end. And
Right.
because of that, that means she's just going to see these characters being bratty, and I don't like that. So
Right.
I don't really like that. I'm very Southern. You're not going to show your ass without me saying something about it.
Right.
She likes Miss Rachel. She likes Paw Patrol. She likes climbing on my forehead. And she loves that movie, Secret Life of Pets. Y'all know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
okay.
I never
Okay.
heard
It. And whenever the dog is knocking stuff off of like the counters and whatnot, that to her is hilarious.
Nice.
I think
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen later. How many kids do you have?
2.
Y'all's wives are stronger than me. We're gonna be a one and done. If I had a boy, I might have had 2, but I had my girl first. I hope you don't want somebody to take your name later.
Yeah. Or if you wanted a boy, then you try and get like 3 more girls before you got a boy.
So I was raised with a single dad, and I had a brother, and I had lots of cousins who were like brothers, and I'm good. I'm good. Y'all are not very nice as kids.
I got a boy and a girl. I'm good. I do not need
How
no
old are
more. My son is 9 and my daughter is 4.
What about you?
My son is 22 and my daughter's 14. My son's probably in the chat here somewhere.
Your son is 6 years younger than me.
Oh, wow. I feel old.
I'm feeling it this year. My son's going to be in the double digits. He's going to be 10, so I'm feeling it this year.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I didn't understand why to my aunt and like half of my cousins, I was 9 for like 10 years. But now I understand. I see my youngest cousin, she was like, what, the 3rd great grandchild? And she's grown. She's like out here living life. And I'm like, no, wait a second. I'm positive you're 12.
What's up, Ed?
Hey, Ed. Who all we got in the chat? I seen Boomer. I seen Jason. Seen Ed.
I've seen Jody.
So, who is y'all's favorite designers?
Oh, why you gotta ask the hard
I'm not
questions?
going to get all upset. I don't care. Like, who's your actual favorite designers? I'm not even.
Why you gotta ask the hard questions?
Who's your favorite designers off the top of your head right now?
I like Ben Belkin. Ben Belkin a lot.
Yeah.
Also, Tony Bose.
Oh my God. Do you know I spilled a whole cup of water on him one time?
What?
No, I smacked that thing onto him. I've never been so embarrassed in my
That's a
entire
great
life.
story. Tell the story.
Dude, I had only been carrying a knife for like 3 freaking months at this point. Okay. I didn't understand what I did until like a year later. Okay. Tony Bose is on the podcast. It's me, Andy, and him. And he said something, and I like leaned over, I think to hand him a knife or something, and I just knocked a whole freaking cup of water all over him. Okay. And he was fine about it. And I was like, oh, it's no big deal. It was just an accident. A year later, once I now have like full understanding of knife designing, and then I knocked a freaking glass of water over on like a celebrity, I was like, oh my God. And like I wanted to melt. I wanted the floor to swallow me whole. Do you know how embarrassed I was when I realized what I had done? That was a crazy thing in my life.
You got a cool story now. Can't everybody say that? Yeah, I did. I would have loved to spill a glass of water. I would have loved to spill a glass of water on Tony Bose. That'd have been awesome.
Dude, it made me think of like.
He's like, why are you hugging me instead of patting me dry? Why are you hugging me, Mike?
No, the way he did it, the way he went about it, like it happened, and it was like my grandfather went. I was like, I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about. And he like patted me on the back, and like old men do, you pat the shit out of somebody. I'm gonna be honest with you. Old men have a thing of patting you like you are a box weighing 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'm so sorry. That, and I will say, being in a generally man-oriented environment, everyone wants to shake my hand. I don't shake hands. Yeah, a hug. Number one, I'm Southern. For two,
You're a hugger.
y'all keep breaking my damn hands. I'm over that. I don't like that. Y'all grab my hand and just want to break that thing. I'm like, I wasn't in a competition. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, somebody at church one time, a lady said, "This is how you shake a woman's hand. You, whenever they put their hand out, you,
Hold your thumb.
well, she said you grip the same amount that they grip, same pressure. Well, that's a little, I don't know. It makes me feel weird.
Say it.
So I
Say
just
it.
don't do it.
So I'm the exact opposite of her. I am not a hugger. I'm weird about like being touched, and like I'm like a fist bumper. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like I'm not much of a like I'm not much of a like I got a job when I got my job that I have now. I've had it for a couple of years, but when they put me in the interview, the guy had said I interviewed so well and was happy about bringing me aboard and all that kind of stuff. Well, he leaned in and hugged me, and I didn't know what to do, and I kind of like froze, and it was like, and I kind of like patted his back while he was doing it, like he's a baby, and I didn't. It was the most awkward thing ever because I'm not a hugger, and I'm looking at him like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you touching me? Like I don't know you." And he's one of those people like he's like a bring it in here kind of person. He's like one of those personalities. And yeah, I'm not. I'm a nice guy, but I'm just like, hey,
I love you. Don't touch me.
Yeah. It's like a personal space thing. Like I'm just like, you're in my bubble.
That's so funny. That sounds like me talking to my daughter. I'll be like, oh my God, baby, you're the light of my life. I love you. Don't touch me for 10 minutes at all. Please.
And the thing is like,
Stimulated.
deaf people are super animated and they're like really kind of touchy, not because they're like touchy, like they want to touch you, but they're like that because they speak with their hands. And I speak fluent ASL, and I'm like, get the hell away from me. Like, I'm not inviting you in. Like, I'm just talking to you. Like, I'm just talking to you.
So I'm a big hugger, I think, because I have like grown up having that mom energy. So like my brother and all of his friends, like if they did something wrong, they were calling me. They're like, hey, Savannah, can you come pick us up? Can you come do this? Can you do that? And I was like, I mean, if you did something really stupid, I'd make you sweat. No, I ain't doing nothing for you.
Well, see, like, I'm from the South too, and my family's all like that Southern hospitality and stuff. And my sister calls me Sheldon because, like, she says I'm like,
oh my God, Big Bang Theory.
she calls me Sheldon because I'm weird about like. She was in like she got her degree in psychology, and she had to do this test where it's 100 questions and it breaks down your personality traits and everything. And of course, the one guinea pig that she wanted to use was me to answer all the questions to find out my personality traits and like break them down into percentages, mind you. I did not know that. And we took it, and then she started laughing. And then it almost looked like she wanted to cry at the same time because like she felt bad for me. And like I'm like, what? And she goes, oh my God, you're a Sheldon. And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, you have 90%, you run on 90% logic and only 10% feeling.
That means that you make good decisions for the most part.
We beg to differ.
He said, I beg to differ.
You haven't seen me on a live buy stuff. But
That
yeah,
is so funny.
Yeah, so like when I'm around, like if I were to ever go to like a Blade show or anything, I'm like, especially like meeting guys and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I could hug Mike, like for like a second. I think.
As long as you don't pat me on the butt or something.
I won't pat. I won't, dude. Trust me. I'll be weird enough, like just like touching you. I'll be like, all right, get off me.
I'll tell you this. I have always been able to talk to a wall. I don't know. I think I don't know how to shut up. Like I cannot do silent moments. Makes me feel awkward, makes me want to crawl out of my skin when something is silent. So that's why I don't shut up. If I'm nervous, I super don't shut up, if you haven't noticed. Um, so like when I would go to shows, talking to a couple thousand people in a day was like, that was a lot even for me.
Yeah.
And then like I remember I went to SHOT Show and I've been talking all day long from 8 o'clock in the morning to about 6 p.m. and even walking out of the show. And I remember everybody I was with, they were like, oh, do you all want to go get some food? You want to do this? You want to do that? I was like, I want nobody to talk to me for at least 2 hours. Like, I'm so sorry. But I'm going to be the biggest bitch you can find if I don't get to the hotel in about 5 minutes. As a matter of fact, I'll get out and walk. Might be good for me.
Jason, Boomer, I'm not hugging you. I'm not hugging either one of you guys. They keep asking me for hugs in the chat. I'm not doing it.
I'll give you hugs. There you go.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Boomer would ask me for a hug.
Yeah. That's funny.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I feel so bad that I keep pausing as much as I do. I really am trying to stop.
Have you been moving the mouse the whole time? Like,
that's what I've been doing this whole time.
oh, that's terrible. You gotta do that.
That's why like sometimes I do this, and that's why.
It's I'm keeping up. I'm trying.
Oh my god, you know what's so funny? This is such a fun, stupid fact. My whole life, like I'm right-handed, right?
Okay.
So I always made the joke my whole life that the whole left side of my body was just like useless. It does nothing right. It doesn't aim. It doesn't kick right. It don't do shit that I want it to. It turns out this was made for me to be a mom because this arm is so strong, dude. I could hold my daughter for like hours, and never put her down.
That's a mom thing. That's a mom thing.
I have to have this hand useful. I got to be able to do stuff with it. I got to unlock the door. I got to go touch stuff. And I'll hold her for so long. And there was one time I held her, I think it was I was holding her for at least an hour straight. Okay. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but I got a dense baby, dude. That thing I love her, but she is muscle. And so I was sitting there holding her for like an hour. And I know the next day I was like, God, my shoulder feels like it might be out of place or something. And I realized, oh, I worked it out. Would you look at that? First time in a year.
You're not going to wait until Atlanta, 3211. Y'all ain't plotting to hug me in Atlanta.
I think you should all plot it.
That's funny.
I'm gonna be freaking swinging on people in Atlanta. Mike's gonna be like, "Why are you so mad? Why do people keep hugging me?"
Hear me out. Get a shirt that says, "If you hug me, I fight you." And at that point, if the police get called, then you gave them a warning.
I'm gonna wear a shirt that says, "I'm a biter."
I'm a biter. You better be careful about that. You might invite the wrong people.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
That is so funny.
That's messed up.
Is it?
That's
Seems
messed
pretty
up. I don't want people. I don't want people coming up to me and just randomly hugging me.
Well,
How many people held your baby at the show? Because I seen a bunch of pictures. Yeah.
A lot less people than wanted to. There were a lot of people that wanted to hold her, and it was really, really sweet, but I had to be, she was only a year old. She turned a year old the very next day.
That's understandable, yeah.
Yeah. I let Melissa hold her, and oh my God, I am losing his name. Oh my God. I think, oh dude, I can't even remember who held her. It's like escaping me. I know the name, but I think it was ProTech. I think. Oh man, I'm about to embarrass myself on
That's cool because I can imagine him holding her and then like hitting the button on a freaking auto while he's going and like handing it to people. He's got her in one hand.
They had a scavenger hunt and you had to get him to hold the baby. And so someone came over to our booth. They were like, "Hey, can somebody hold your baby?" I was like, "Who?" She goes, "It's for a scavenger hunt." And I'm like, "I'm a team player, dude." I was like, "Yeah. Let's go do this." And so, yes, it was ProTech because ProTech has a picture of my daughter holding Rosecraft in the picture.
That's cool.
Scabs, too. Scab.
Yeah, of
Barbles.
course. I love him. Oh, my God. He's, like, going to forever be, like a family friend to me. I don't know if y'all know about the video that I posted here. Oh, God, it's got to be like 3 or 4 years ago. It's kind of where I blew the top off of like my own stuff. I kind of told everybody, I was like, hey, like that really happy, bubbly person you've been seeing on YouTube is fake. I'm actually super sad. And I posted this whole video where I was just really honest. And I wasn't doing videos and stuff anymore. And I basically just told everybody, I was like, hey, if you send me a knife, like send me an invoice, I'll pay for it. I don't have it in me to do it anymore. And Scab actually, I had never met him before. He made a video and I was like, let's talk about SWAGGS, which is one of the most, I'm telling you, when I have the worst day, I can go to YouTube and I can see a video of somebody like giving me so much more grace than I probably ever have deserved. But he made that video, and I think that video alone, like, man, it pushed me to kind of get back to myself because I lost it there for a while. When Leah died, like I said, she was the 15th person that had died in my life in less than 5 years, starting with my mom. I was about 2-3 cars behind her wreck when she died. And I didn't know that until that night. And so when that happened, like, I mean, I went off my rocker and I had so many good blessings, but like when I made that video on Instagram, it was alive. It was, to me, I was kind of telling everybody bye, like I'm done with this. I just don't have it in me. And, you know, I made the video and I kind of logged off for a while. And I remember I got on there and I had a bunch of messages. I was like, oh God, here come the invoices, you know?
Right.
It was actually a bunch of people tagging me in this video from Scab. And this is when he didn't have very many like viewers or subscribers like at all. It was like 500. And dude, it's like soaring now. I love that for him. He's fabulous. But yeah, I went and watched the video and I cried my eyes out because it just felt like there's a lot of people that saw me and they're like, oh, it's a pretty face. Her life must be easy. Let's just, you know.
You never know what somebody's going through, but I can tell you the community is a really great place to be because like I took off 2 years off of YouTube. Mm-hmm. I took a hiatus and you know I got sick and I didn't know I was sick and they caught it before it turned into cancer and then I went through treatment.
Oh my God.
And you know, I went through depression. I went through a whole bunch of stuff, you know, and I had lost like a shitload of weight and I had, you know, and I couldn't focus on knives, you know, like I was and stuff. Nor did I couldn't even process doing a video. And man, when I came back at probably a little after the beginning of 2025, and I decided that I wanted to start doing YouTube again. Just people were just like I never left. Like they were just like, "Hey man, welcome back." You know, like, "Hey man, welcome back." You know, like we missed you and all that kind of stuff or whatever. And then a few months later, then I met Mike. Then I met the guys that I do the show with, and you know, we started going, and and then we started getting all these guests and everything, and man, it's freaking like the community is really. It could be a really good place.
It can. You know, you get bad comments from the random users on YouTube. You don't get them from the community.
Exactly.
You know? And like, and I've had my fair share of bad comments. You know, starting YouTube at 94 pounds and not being 94 pounds anymore. The world has let me know, but our community is something like I've never seen. I think that's what's kept me. I think that's why I stayed in knives because I'm a person, like I said, I have ADHD. So like I bounce around. Like I was a bank teller. I was a bartender. I was a cook. You know, I did modeling and I cough on video. You know, I did the knives. I did the podcast. I've always been someone that kind of bounced around. Yeah. And so the community itself being this is one of the most loving communities that you can find. Yes. They hold you accountable. They call you on.
They do.
Right.
They do.
But they are the most mental health forward communities that you can find. You know,
And that's exactly what I tell Mike. I do a lot of this for my mental health.
Dude,
It helps with my. It's an outlet for me. It's something I look forward to. It's more than just I'm buying knives or gear or whatever. Like I could have done that when I was out of YouTube, and I did. Not as much, obviously, but I did, and I love it. I love it. You just, it's something that I can't find anywhere else.
You can't.
It gives me a feeling of, it's almost like self-gratification in a way. Like I do feel kind of like a self-gratification, like whenever I'm doing it. I mean, it's probably the best time of my life that I've had. Yeah, Boomer. Yeah, man.
I'll tell you this. So I am very religious. I am very thankful for my relationship with God. That's got me through a lot of stuff in my life. And something that the knife community makes me think of is giving and receiving grace is one of the most awkward things in the world. When you think really highly of someone and you know they can do better, giving them grace, like, I'm going to let that one go. That's hard to do. You're like, no, I'm going to call you on your stuff. Like, you can do better than that. But sometimes you give grace. Hey, this one was a mess up. It's okay.
Yeah.
But receiving grace, having
That's
someone
harder.
you that like, hey, Savannah, I know you just totaled your car. I know you're mad as hell at yourself. I know you're now in debt. I know you got to go through all of this stuff all over again. It's okay. It's okay. It was just a mess up. That doesn't make you any less. It doesn't make you stupid. It's okay.
Right.
That's the knife community. The knife community comes in and tells you, hey, no matter what the hell is going on in the rest of the world and the rest of your life, it's okay. We're here for this. It doesn't matter. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you've done. You are not your sin. You are not your bullshit. This is the knife community. This is where we're coming to have fun and hang out. Like, being in this community is like receiving grace every single time you log on.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
They don't believe that you're perfect. And like, I used to feel like I had to be perfect online. God, I felt like if I did anything wrong, I was going to ruin my own name, ruin my family's name, ruin all of this stuff. In reality, when I started being honest, I started getting a lot more, I think, genuine love. When I started being like, hey, like, I'm struggling. I'm having a really hard time. I don't know how I'm going to do this. That's when I started getting real fans. That's when I started having people actually care about me. So like coming onto this, even like I haven't done it in a year because I just, like I said, I always wanted a little girl and I'm spending every single second I can with her. But it's nerve-wracking because I want to do well, but coming on here is not something that I'm scared of because it is like receiving grace every single time I come to the community. This is one of the best communities I could have possibly wanted to be in. It's amazing.
I call it my safe space. That's what I call it.
Absolutely.
I call it my safe space.
Because it is. No one cares.
Yeah, and it's a way for me to voice my opinions on things and talk about things that I'm interested in with other like-minded people, and I get to escape the normal life bullshit that I have, or like everybody else does, but I get to have an escape, and I get to sit there and talk about awesome things with awesome people, and then I create relationships with them, and then I can actually sit there and talk about my bullshit in my personal life.
Right. Isn't it incredible to be able to make a relationship with people who are across the country? You know? Like, we're having this, I'm in Tennessee. You're in Florida. Where are you at?
Texas.
There you go. My God. We're all out here just having fun, doing nothing but just, talking about knives, talking about designs. And, it's a great place. I remember, what was it? A couple of weeks ago, I had to have the call with you guys. And I'm going to tell you, I was nervous. And you're like, no, we're just coming on here to hang out and chat and this and that, which was fabulous.
Well, I'll tell you this as a little secret. We're just as nervous talking to you and talking to other people we get on the show as you are, coming on. Because we
just hide it better.
I
Yeah.
think
They're trying
Melissa
to be.
Miller is one of the coolest ladies ever. She is, first of all, my daughter legitimately thought she was a princess. Like she was
I've
dead
seen it.
asleep. And she came over to our booth. I was like, "Can you hold my baby?" She was like, "Hell yeah, I can hold your baby." And as soon as she picked her up, Briar looked at her and went and just stared at her. Like just like she was Rapunzel. It was the sweetest thing ever. And like Melissa is, as much as so many people think she's gorgeous, she's this, she's that, that woman is so smart. Like she
He is
is
really smart.
she is so beyond kind. And frankly, I don't think she gets enough credit for what she does, you know? Like
Right.
she really is a wonderful woman. And the people who really get to know her are very lucky. I know she's coming on your show. She coming on after me, or she already been on?
We had her scheduled, and then she had something that she had. What do you call it? She had to. What do you call it? Postpone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, she's fabulous. That is one really, really cool lady. And so is Kayla Cummings. Kayla Cummings is like stupid pretty and just stupid talented. Like, I know there was one point someone was like, "Oh, yeah, it's Melissa, Swags, and Kayla." And I was like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. It's
I don't know what happened.
Kayla and Savannah Tries."
That's funny. What happened, Chris?
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. It said something went wrong and just
She said, "I was
crashed.
out, then I was in, and now I'm back."
So it just said something went wrong and then the whole thing crashed. I was like, what's going on? Where'd
I
everybody
need you to move your mouse around.
Yeah. What are you drinking? What I seen you drinking something. What is that? Is it energy
This
drink?
is Celsius. It's the Fuji apple pear. Best flavor. Most. It has the most caffeine of most energy drinks. If I don't drink that, I just drink like some pre-workout in the morning. Not pre-workout in the morning. Yeah, my ADHD runs wild, and after having my daughter, it apparently got way worse. And so, you know, it's been awesome.
I like the Monster, the Mean Bean ones, the coffee drinks. I like those. I drink those.
I love those. They have more calories.
Yeah.
Do they
If
really?
if they could chill out on all the calories, we could be better friends.
Dude, I didn't know they had more. I didn't know they had more calories.
I wish they'd make it zero sugar. I wish because I love this flavor.
They do have the zero sugar ones, which I really like, but they don't have as much caffeine as the Celsius does. At least not.
Yeah, I need. I need the caffeine. I'm an ex-addict. The more caffeine, the better.
Yeah, have you tried pre-workout?
No, I'm trying not to have my heart jump out of my chest.
Oh, I think that's how I feel like I know I'm living.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do that. I need to keep it down.
Oh gosh, I hate that. I wake up, I need so much caffeine just to like start my day. Once it's started, once I'm going, I'm good. But prior to that, like I will bed rot sometimes if I don't get my caffeine first thing in the morning. You know, like you're not getting up, you're not doing the things you're supposed to do. And like that is so, oh my God, you talk about weighing on the mental, making you feel completely freaking worthless as you can't even get your laundry done. I'm like, I don't even wear clothes. Where is this coming from? Like I'm going to wear the same thing every day. If I'm a stay-at-home mom, I can do that. You know, and so I don't know. My caffeine, this is what gets me through my days.
Yeah, that's how I am in the morning. I'm a manager at Walmart, and in the mornings we tour the whole store, the managers, and then we figure out what needs to be done, and we make a plan and all that. Well, the very first thing I do when I walk in the door is I grab a white Monster. I got to have that white Monster. I only drink one a day, and mostly at work, but I want to have that white Monster.
I only drink one a day too. After I got sick, I could only have like I couldn't have them for like a year and a half because it would mess me up too bad. and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't even drink coffee. That drove me insane because it completely obliterated my stomach lining. Like it spread to my esophagus and stuff. I was on a liquid diet for like 2 months and all that. So like I couldn't
just
have
drinking
coffee
water?
or anything. So once I had, what'd you say?
Was you just drinking water?
Yeah, dude,
So healthy.
I lost like 50 pounds, dude, because I stopped drinking sodas, energy drinks, all that kind of stuff. I lost I mean I originally lost weight because I was sick and didn't know it, and that's how they found out I was sick, was because I had rapid weight loss within like 3 months. Like they were like something's wrong.
Hold
But
on. Are you telling me you lost 50 pounds by cutting out sodas and all of that? Because I've done that
no,
and I didn't lose 50 pounds.
no. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months because I was sick.
I know.
But I kept the weight off though, because for a long time I kept the weight off because I couldn't eat anything that was bad for me, because the doctor was like, you eat this and you're gonna feel horrible. And I couldn't even stand the taste of like a greasy cheeseburger. I couldn't handle it. I had to eat like steamed rice and veggies and stuff when I could eat solid. It took me a long time before I could comfortably eat solids again. Yeah, it was rough, but like when I finally was able to start drinking energy drinks again, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And I was so happy.
Well,
Yeah,
I do just want to throw out there. So, the main thing I love to do is cook. That's one of my favorite things to do in the entire world. I like to make bread. I make my own like broths and stuff like that. And one thing with my broth, so I make a chicken broth. It costs about $20 at Walmart to buy all the stuff, but it makes about it's like the giant like mason jars. I think they're quarts, but I can make 2 quarts of the chicken broth for about $20. But it has so much collagen in it and so much like anti-inflammatory properties. And if you drink like a cup of that every day, first of all, it tastes delicious because I made it. Number two, it does have a lot of health benefits to it too. And with my daughter, whenever she's feeling like utter crap, I put that in her bottle for her to drink, and like she's able to hold down more, makes her feel better. Because I put ginger in it, I put lemon in it, I put carrots, everything in there. Okay. It had collard green stems and everything. Like whenever I cook, I save all of my scraps into a bag and I put it in the freezer. So you're talking, I got like 2 whole chickens in there. I got like a thing of chicken feet in it. I got ginger, I got onion, garlic, and I roast everything too, so it adds a little bit more flavor. Because that's a big thing. If you're gonna have something that you're gonna drink a cup of, you do want it to taste good, right?
Yeah. I don't want to freaking have to down it and hold my breath while I'm downing it.
And with a lot of bone broth, you do have to do that. But this, so hey, okay, well, I don't want to hear her unicorn right now, honey. She's a rider. She loves her cars. But I boil it for about 36 hours, 36 to 38 hours. By the time it's done boiling, I can like press those bones apart. And the reason is because you want to get as much collagen out of it as possible. So if you have like arthritis and stuff like that, it has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. So your joints feel better. And if your joints feel better, you feel a lot better. It's also, very, it has a lot of stuff for your gut and stuff like that. It tastes good. And just generally, especially for kids, I'm very particular on children need a good, healthy appetite. Like you can't just be feeding your kids shit and then go, gee, I wonder why they have a bad attitude. Yeah, because they've had nothing but chicken nuggets all day. I want my daughter, she eats meat and veggies all the time. Last night she had shepherd's pie. The night before that, she had, a burger that had veggies stuffed into it. Like she's just a really good eater, and that's why she is as strong as she is.
Right. That's good.
But yeah, if y'all ever, if you need a good recipe for that, I'm telling you, it'll make a lot of it. And you can freeze it too, which is great to like add to rice, add to anything. If you want something that like, if you feel like crap, it's something that can make you feel a little bit better because of all that collagen. It really does line your stomach well to where you can hold down food more and things like that.
Don't pick on
I ain't
nuggies.
picking on nuggies. I'm picking on the nuggies that have nothing in them. I make homemade chicken nuggets. I process the meat myself. I grind it. I fill it with flavor, and I fry them and everything. Like, I even like make them look like the McDonald's chicken nuggets. Okay. I just wanted to have a little bit more to it than just being like super processed food. I feel like
Yeah.
that's something that like our kind of. I love our country. I'm very much love our country, but we do let a lot of shit come through on our food that we should.
That's facts. That's facts. For real.
I love good home cooked stuff, but I'm also like I'm not pro. I'm definitely I could definitely kill a bag of dinosaur chicken nuggets.
Dude,
Right.
I could kill a bag of Taco Bell, whatever the hell is in there.
She's like, this is some good cat food. I love it.
Dude, give me a Red Bull and some Taco
Yum, yum.
Bell, and I'm good for life. I love Taco Bell. My stomach don't like it, but I love it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What
That's
shit
awesome.
are we on? Jody says. Got off the knives. He's like, what
Oh
channel? are we
yeah,
on?
we need to get back on the knives.
Look, here's a knife.
Here's one thing I was going to say about the knife that you were carrying just a second ago, Chris. The one that had the screwdriver on the end of it. Question. Something I've noticed with some knives is they do have something to where you can, you have a screwdriver on the end of it or a pry bar or whatever. But when you use it, it bends. Have you ever had that happen?
I've had that happen once, and that's because I was torquing on it probably way more than I should have. Like they're designed to do like light prying, light screwdriver. It's not, and it's made as a secondary tool, not a primary tool. And
Yeah.
I'm big on telling people use the proper tool for the proper job. It's there for if you need it in a pinch, but I'm not saying rebuild your fucking Chevy with your pocket knife and the screwdriver that you have with it and try to, wrench on something with that. I'm not saying that.
And that's cool.
If you can, that's pretty cool. But like, I don't condone it. Like, I'm like, this is for like, taking apart your kid's toy or something like that. Something mundane, something, that requires light use.
It is, but it does make me wonder on the idea if you made what if we did make, say, like a Leatherman, right?
Okay.
Their knives are, say they're, the True Sharp, something that's surgical steel, something like that. But if they made like their pry bar out of like D2 or 1095, something that was like we do 1/8 of an inch thick, what if, oh my gosh,
they put some type of tool steel on there, so
yeah,
it's more rigid.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would be interesting.
Actually could be like a real life everyday carry, something like I don't know. I don't really see much of a reason in like the scissors most of the time. Let's be real. You already have a knife.
I do.
Hey, listen, you need shears. Also, I did hair, by the way. I was a hair and makeup artist too. So add that to my resume.
And a lot of people say too, a lot of people like the titanium pry bars and stuff. Mm-hmm. They like them, but they're like, why titanium? Because titanium's softer. And it's because, and a lot of makers will argue that because again, use the right tool for the job. This is made for scraping, for light prying, for stuff like that. This is not a crowbar.
Right.
Now, they have pry bars that are made out of tool steel. If you want to crank on it and you need that constantly and you want it in your pocket, they make tools like that where you can have some a pry bar made out of tool steels where you can wrench on that and not have to worry about bending or snapping it.
But you know what? If we were able to do different steels for the different tools on it, it could be something that instead of making the entire thing tool steel and now it's another like $100-200,
right?
If we made just the ones that needed it, that steel. I feel like that's not something you see very often, but wouldn't that be interesting? Because it'd be great. Like my dad did HVAC, right? He is HVAC, refrigeration, electrician, all that. If he could have had something in his bag that would have actually worked as well as as he would have needed it to. That would have been really cool. It would have took down like what, 4 tools off his belt.
Yeah, some in some ways it's still limited though. Like say for example, if most of the multi tools or whatever, they're still going to have a pivot here, right? It's probably pinned or screwed in, and you're still not going to be able to put torque on it too much, no matter how good the steel is or
yeah,
anything
that's true.
like
It
that.
does come from that.
It's still you're still gonna be limited to what this is gonna hold.
And
So-
going back to what you're saying on multiple different steels for each specific tool, that in itself will jack the price up because now they're having to manufacture. They're gonna have to manufacture. We need this steel for this tool. Now we need this steel for this tool and this steel for this tool. So if you have a multi-tool that's got different steels on it, I feel like they're going to jack up the price because they go, well, we had to source this steel from this area, which costs more.
Oh, yeah.
And then this steel from this area, which costs more, you know? So.
Oh, absolutely. Some places just don't even supply all of those, and you would literally have to send it to different factories. We actually use 5 different factories for our knives. So that's definitely a very good point. I wonder, though.
It would be like, it would be really cool. It would be really cool if a company could do that. But I don't know how they could do that.
I don't know how they could do
I
that.
don't know, like, my brain doesn't think, my brain starts thinking more like on the logical spectrum.
Well, yeah,
I'm like,
this is how I had some bad designs. No, it does make me wonder if you had something that could potentially like flip out and hold the tool, right? Like, you know how there's like a lot of screwdrivers that have like the different tips to it?
yeah.
Right. So like, what if something came out? Because if it was cylinder and it didn't need to turn too much, I wonder. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas there. I wonder how.
What do you mean, like a quarter inch? Like it holds like a quarter inch bit?
Kind of. Yes. And because it's that's more of a cylinder, that would have a little bit more strength to it. And if you put a larger kind of bar through it at the bottom, it would have less likelihood of bending. I don't know. That's just what you think of.
I know my mind is going to like, what's that thing called? The Gerber center drive, because it puts that bar and it goes all the way down and essentially goes through the center of the tool to where you can crank on it and have more torque without necessarily worrying about bending.
And then
that's where my mind's going.
At that point, I wonder. So what I'm thinking is like, so let's say it's this right here, right? Let's just say, for instance, it's that, and that came out and it just held where all the bits would go, right?
Okay.
Down here, where you would need something to go through and hold that in, that could be the tool steel. This wouldn't necessarily, the rest of it wouldn't necessarily have to be the tool steel because you need something that's going to hold it in place. That would give it a chance to have a little bit more play. I don't know.
Right.
This is all just, I don't know. It's just what I was thinking right there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
I like that.
You would have to have a super kind of fat blade for it, but that's where it would kind of work better if it was like a Leatherman or something that was more of a pull-out kind of deal.
Right. No, that's definitely interesting. No, now you got my brain like I'm starting to think in my head. And
You know
I'm
what? Here's my question: if you could design a knife, what would you want on it? Whoever wants to go first can. Ooh, I feel good about that question.
That's a good question. I mean,
what do you use your knife for the most?
I'm an Amazon warrior.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you like a thicker blade or a thinner blade more?
Thinner.
I like thinner. Yeah.
I want hollow grind.
No. I don't actually mean like the thickness of the blade.
Tall?
I mean more of like size of it. What do you think you like?
God, now you're asking the hard questions.
Okay, how about another one? What blade shape do you think is the most useful?
Wharncliffe.
Really?
I think probably a spear. Just because you
got modified Wharncliffe.
I think most times for me personally, I think drop point. I think drop point is one of the easiest ones to like kind of, because it has the, a very sharp tip, but it also has the belly where you can lightly glide, like open.
Well, that's the reason why I like this. This has got belly right here. It's got, it comes down to a point, so you have the piercing on here.
Mhm.
This is great for utility cuts. This is a utility blade shape, which is what I love.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So the reason I say that's so funny is because everyone always has, like, everyone has something they're like, no, that's the best. Don't care. This is the best. And it's just funny how everybody sees it. And we all say the same things. We're like, oh, it has a belly, or it has a really good tip, or it has this, or it has that. And I just think that it's just so interesting how everybody kind of views their knives, you know? But I will say, so what is your favorite thing on, like, when it comes to the handle? What is your favorite thing about a handle? Is it the way it sits, the way it fits? Do you like something to hold on to? Do you like something that's a little more like straight? Can it please stop pausing me right there? That's rude.
That's rude.
What was the last thing that you said? Because you froze.
So, sorry. Whenever you're holding a handle, not the blade, but the handle, what sells you on a handle? Is it the belly of it? Is it having something that's a little more thin? Is it something that's a little more thick? What do you think?
So I am the type of person that I will sacrifice handle length for carryability as long as I can carry it better. Like this Work Sharp RMX Compact. I love the way that the handle is done on this because it gives you a finger troll right here to where I can choke up and I can actually get all four of my fingers on there and still have full working use of the blade, of all of the blade. So I love that. And this knife is not even 6 inches in overall length. And I have large size hands and I can still get full use of that blade. So I love that. I tend to like a knife like that or like the Quiet Carry Drift. That's got a similar handle style to this, to where it's got a huge choil in here. Same thing. Again, I hate to keep showing the Mojave, but again, this one is a bigger knife, but it's got this choil right here.
You want to
I
talk
can
about
choke up,
choil, baby? It's right here.
Yep. I can choke
I
up.
like to be right on top of that blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, even on the slip joint, it has that little natural choil right there with it. That's where I want to hold it.
Yep.
Yeah. God, this is pausing me in the most like Joker looking moves. This is ridiculous.
That's a Joker looking moves.
I do. I keep looking like I have a Joker, so I'm like, I'm gonna come to your house.
Like she'll be like in the middle of like a question, and then she freezes, and I don't know what the hell she said, but I just see her like.
We're all just working on it here, you know.
I used to jack with him on the show, and I would freeze up and like, Mike, are you froze? And they're like, nope.
Yeah, he used to screw me all the time on that.
That is so funny. Oh, here I go again.
Well, we need to go.
I only had one other issue with one maker, and that's because he kept getting up and turning around whenever he was talking.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you guys ever want to do another podcast, and we could actually do some drawing together, because I can show y'all kind of the general idea of how we really work at knives.
Sweet.
That'd be sweet.
I'll tell you, it's so much more preschool than you think. Like, it really is just trying to make sure things close correctly. So like when you're designing something, let me move this around so it doesn't stop it. When you are using like a protractor, you're going to go from the pivot to make sure it closes. Dang it. Hold on. You're making sure you'll draw from the pivot, you'll take a protractor and make sure that it closes just right. Because right here, when you see that it's closing, golly, I'm so sorry. When you see it's closing, it's got to be just a little bit smaller. And so when you do make this stuff, you can use a protractor. You can use, the cut out and close it method. And you can also use a string, but it's making sure that like the tip is going to be just a bit smaller whenever it closes. You're also making sure that your thumb stud is in the right general area. If this thumb stud was even right here instead, that alone could make it not open. So like little things like that, making sure there's enough room for you to get behind it with your thumb and flick it open. But yeah, I know that we have went an hour and 45 minutes, so I'm sure y'all are about ready to go. But for real, if y'all would like to do something like that where we could just kind of draw stuff up that y'all think of and see what you think.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
It's actually
It does sound
fun.
cool.
That's what I'm saying. So think about this. What are things that you really like in a blade? What are things you really like in a handle? And you would be surprised. Sometimes those two things cannot be combined, but maybe they could.
Yeah.
And to check out.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to have you back on. So we'll reschedule you. So we'll be in touch. Great show, great conversation.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having me. And all my rambling.
Also, thank everybody in the chat for coming in here.
Yeah,
Thank everybody that was on.
Yeah, guys, I appreciate you. We had an awesome time. Appreciate you guys in the chat. We had some funny times. We had some serious times in this one. It was all good. All of it. I loved it.
Fun.
All right.
It's fun. We'll be back at the same bat time, the same bat place next week. Nomad EDC. Thank you,
Well,
Swags, for coming on.
The best time. And good luck to the next person on. Y'all got hard questions.
Hey, stay with us after we get off. Yeah, stay in the studio.
I gotcha.
All right.
Bye,
We're
y'all.
going to end it. 3, 2,
Later.
1, go.